Hi guys, and welcome back to Love English. I'm Leila.
And I'm Sabrah.
And today, hopefully, we've got a rather, well, exciting but slightly rude lesson for you. Today's lesson does come with a parental advisory warning, meaning that if you are under 18 years of age, you might want to check. You can still watch, but you might want to check with parents, and you should be aware that there is going to be some bad language.
That's correct. So probably we recommend to watch the video quietly, not loudly in a public place.
Headphones.
As there will be some rather rude words.
Now, that being said, we're not teaching them to swear.
No, absolutely not. This is not a video about how to swear.
No.
Sorry to disappoint you.
It's really not. But this video is focusing on 10 words that are commonly mispronounced, but we don't want you to ever, never, please, mispronounce these words.
Okay guys, number one, very simple error this one, but again, very embarrassing, okay? This is the difference between the number 6 and sex.
Yes, and it's a very, very easy mistake to make. Sabrah's having a nice giggle there. Sex.
Very mature.
So this is a pronunciation mistake, looking at two vowel sounds. I, kind of tighten your lips
here.
there.
Yeah. Comes from here.
And look at the pronunciation,
Yeah.
look at the mouth. I and
Air.
So air, open, your mouth
They both
opens.
come from here actually. They're both voiced. I, air. They both come from here. But air, as Leila was saying, is much more air, open. I, quite closed mouth.
It's quite, your lips are quite
6.
tight around your teeth. So the difference is between I, 6 and air. Look at the pronunciation, look at my mouth, how the shapes that I'm making. I, 6, air. Sex, okay? You still giggling?
I am. It's so funny. Very childish. So next one, guys, number 2. This is such a common mistake. I've heard this so many times. And this is actually quite a difficult sound to understand the difference. They're quite difficult to understand the differences. This is the difference between I and E. So the long E and the short I, which we just taught you, the I sound. So this is sheet, as in my bed sheet, the thing that you sleep on your bed.
Sheet of paper?
Yes, that's right. And shit. You definitely do not want to say, I need a shit of paper. You definitely don't want to say, I need a shit.
Or I need a shit on the bed.
No, that would be terrible. So definitely, guys, do not make this mistake. It is sheet. Sheet, and then I. I'm not going to say the word again. Sheet, or say it with I.
Shit.
Yeah.
I said it.
I can rely on Leila to say those words.
Right, guys, number 3 is a pronunciation mistake that I will teach them before they make the mistake, because I've had a student make this mistake once.
Yeah.
She went to a pub, she said this word wrong.
This is so embarrassing.
And the barman was very entertained.
I bet he was, yeah.
So, guys, Coca Cola. If in doubt, say cola or say Coca Cola.
Yeah.
But this is sometimes shortened to Coke. Coke. O as in phone.
Tone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's an O, it's a diphthong.
Yeah.
So your mouth has to move to make the sound O.
Phone. O.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't move your mouth with this sound, and if you make an oh sound, okay, like clock, then you are going to say, who's saying it, me or you?
I can't say this word.
Okay.
I'm far too innocent.
Okay. Cock. I'm teaching you. It's pronunciation.
Yeah.
Now, it does mean the male anatomy, the part of the man.
Yeah.
And it's also it's not a very nice way of saying it.
It's a rude word. It
is rude.
Really quite a rude
word.
word.
It is offensive. Yeah. Do not use it. Don't use it.
Yeah.
You don't need to use it.
No, you don't need to use this word. But you definitely do not want to say, hello, can I have a pint of
cock? What happened to
really
my student said this. She said, can I have a cock? To the barman when she was at a pub, and he said large or small.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny.
So I teach this to make sure they don't make this mistake.
What did she say? Did she want large or small?
I think she realised after the fact. She probably just said small. I don't know.
Oh dear. Okay, guys, number 4. This is again the difference between the I and the E, which we taught you in number 2. So the difference between saying an I sound and an E sound. Now, the same as Leila, I've heard a student make a really funny mistake with this. So we live in Bournemouth and there are lots of lovely beaches here.
You know
and
the word.
One of my students said to me, oh, Sabrah, I really love the beaches here. I love it. There's just so many hot beaches here. And I was like, excuse me? And
hot
I said,
bitches.
Oh, you mean hot beaches? I was like, I haven't seen any hot bitches. Which areas are you going to?
Wow.
He was very, very embarrassed when I explained to him the mistake. So it's beach or bitch. Now, bitch is a swear word. It means not a nice woman. It doesn't mean the same as whore. Yeah?
No, it doesn't.
Which a lot of people make that mistake. They think that bitch means like a loose woman.
Prostitute.
Yes, a prostitute. But it doesn't. It actually just means not a very nice woman. If you say somebody is a bitch, she's not a nice person. Nice. So you don't want to use this word. It's not a good word to confuse. But it has got another meaning as well.
Female dog.
Yeah.
Okay, so you might hear this word being used, and actually in that case it's quite acceptable.
You would say she's a bitch, as in like it's a female dog. Guys, type in the comments below. How offended are you at this point? Are you staying with us? It's going to get worse, I'm afraid.
It's not getting better.
But please bear in mind, it's very helpful. Yeah, we're not teaching you to swear. We're teaching how to avoid swearing, actually.
Right, guys, the next word, number 5, is focus. Focus, okay, as in pay attention. Focus on the lesson. Focus on us. Now, the sound at the beginning, the vowel sound is an O. O, like phone. So the problem that you have is if you shorten this sound and if you make it more of an like up.
Yeah.
This can actually really sound quite bad, and instead of saying focus, you could say focus. Or worse, if it's really clear, fuck us. Fuck us. Or so just be careful. It can sound like you're almost saying fuck us.
The F word, yeah.
Okay.
I have heard students though, since you told me this, say, "Oh, I need to focus.
I need to focus on my homework."
And it does sound a little bit like the swear word.
It does. Yeah. Not quite exactly.
No.
Not as bad as maybe shit and sheet.
Yeah. So it's O, which is kind of almost like a kissing.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah. Or as in up, as in cut. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, correct pronunciation, focus. Focus. Make sure it's a long sound and not focus.
Okay, guys, this one, I haven't heard this many times, but I think it's a really good thing to talk about. So the word importance and the word impotence, which means, how would we say this? Say, a gentleman who
not easily excited
isn't able to perform in certain ways or in certain areas.
It means a lack of power.
Does it mean a lack of power?
Yeah, also it can also mean that impotence.
Oh yeah, something is impotent. Yeah, lacking ability. Yeah, lacking power. So not a good thing to say. It is definitely related to men, not to women. Although you can say something is impotent in the sense that it hasn't got any ability. You can use it more generally. Yeah. So the word importance is an or. Importance. The stress is on the second syllable. If you say it without saying the or and you say a schwa, so you say it in a very lazy way, you will say impotence, like this. And this will sound like impotence. Impotence. Impotence, the stress is on the first syllable, and it's not an or, it's an So you've got to make sure that you say importance and say that or sound, or like thought, like horse. Importance, okay, stress on the second syllable. If you want to know more, guys, about stress, you can watch my recent video, which I explained all about the rules of stress, which is very, very helpful. So say importance, not impotence.
Right, guys, number 7. Sabrah just pointed this word out, and she's absolutely right. It is a common error. Now, in English, when we're talking informally, you might say that you're having a chat.
Yep.
Okay. Like cat, chat. What you don't want to do is change the ch to a sh and say, you can say this word.
Chat.
Okay.
Which is the past tense of shit, if you didn't know that, guys.
If
Okay?
it's a verb.
Yeah, if it's a verb.
Okay, so I had a lovely shat.
No, you wouldn't say that.
I had a lovely shat.
I shat.
No, but you
would say I shat, not I had a lovely shat.
I had a lovely chat.
Oh, of course.
I
Yeah.
had a lovely chat with Sabrah. We could chat together.
This I heard. This is why I told Leila. I had a Brazilian student say that she was chatting with her boifriend. I was like, excuse me,
no.
I beg your pardon?
In the continuous form, that's even worse.
And her boyfriend was like, were you?
No. Okay.
So, yeah.
Correct pronunciation. Okay, rather than shh.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're
It's a
blocking
short
the air.
sound,
It's a shorter sound. Like church.
Like chocolate.
Or chocolate.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Chocolate. Choose.
Cheese.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not like shower. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Chat. Okay, guys, this is a more, I suppose, less common one in some ways.
Yeah.
But it could happen. So this is the difference between quiche. So a quiche, guys, is a kind of pie. It's a French pastry, which then you'll have a savoury dish. So it's often with cheese and onion and vegetables and things like that.
Egg base.
Yeah. So very common in the UK to eat quiche, as I suppose it is in quite a lot of Europe.
Yeah.
And normally this is served as a piece. And you might say something like, yes, I'd like a slice of quiche, please. Quiche, which is said actually in this case as a sh. The ch is a sh. For this one, guys, don't blame English, blame the French, because this is actually a thing from the French language, is that a ch sound is said as sh, like as in champagne, for example. So quiche, we don't say the ch, yeah? We say quiche, so we say it as a sh. But what a lot of learners tend to do is they try to say the ch as a k, and they try to also pronounce the e. And if they do this, they might actually say, I want a quickie, because they're trying to say quiche phonetically. Really, really bad idea, because a quickie works.
What if you say, I fancy a quickie?
Yeah, I will say that, yeah. So if they say this, guys, if they try and say quiche phonetically, they could say a quickie, because they're saying ch as k and they're pronouncing the e. They're trying to pronounce the e at the end. You really don't want to say that you fancy a quickie, because a quickie means, Leila, do you want to explain?
It means to have a
brief encounter with the opposite sex.
Yeah, not necessarily opposite sex.
Yeah, it could be, yeah, it's true, yeah.
I'd be quite open to
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
But basically, quickie is another word for sex. And if you do want to learn more about these kind of expressions, we do have a very
funny but tame
video for you.
Yeah.
Right, guys, number 9. We're nearly at that big scary word that Sabrah is not looking forward to explaining. But number 9 is relatively simple. It's again another problem with the I and the E. Okay,
yeah,
so
very common problem.
In this case, again, you want to make sure that you say the long E, beach, sheet, and piece.
Yeah.
Piece of paper, piece of cake, piece of quiche. You do not want to say
the I, yeah, which we've taught you already, guys. So you want to say a piece of paper, not a piss of paper. Piss means, do you want to describe it, Leila?
To go for a wee, but it's very, very
rude
vulgar.
Slang word.
It isn't nice.
I personally wouldn't ever say this.
No, we say wee wee.
Yeah, I say wee wee. But it's very common. It is common to hear it. And also, this is a little aside, but if you say this word, it's the most common usage is to be pissed off. To be pissed off, which means to be angry. And I do say that personally.
I'm pissed off.
Yeah, I'm pissed off.
You wouldn't say I'm going
yeah.
for a piss unless you're like a guy in a pub drinking beer with your friends.
Yeah. Okay, guys, last one. Now, I really don't want to say this word. We have to tell you that this is the worst word in the English language and that it's really not a nice word to say and can cause a lot of offence. But we just wanted to teach you so you never make this mistake and never say this potentially offensive word.
More offensive to women. I think women often find, I'm sure many men do as well, but it refers to the ladies' area.
Yes.
Okay, but in the most kind of vulgar, rude way. So it is a disastrous mistake. You should never mispronounce this word.
Yeah, definitely not.
And the problem is, it's probably one of a very common...
It's an easy mistake to make because the vowel difference is so small, actually. So it's the difference between can't. British pronunciation is can't. American pronunciation, you can also make this mistake because they say it can't, I can't. So guys, in can't, it's that long R, can't, far, father, ah. So you do not want to say the sound. The as in cut, as in up. You don't want to say that sound because then you will say the worst word, which is... Right guys, thank you so much for joining us for this lesson. We do hope it was helpful. Please do share any funny mistakes that you've made with us in the comments below. And actually guys, if you want to see some funny mistakes that I made in Spanish where I said some bad words, then you can watch that video here. But yes, please do leave us a comment. We love to hear from you and we'd like a good laugh. We'd like to hear some of your funny mistakes. But do not say these words. Never say them.
Never.
Yeah.